Welcome to part 2 of our road trip to the town of Bacalar. In the last video, we left Tulum and made a pit stop at Cenote Corazon del Paraíso. Don't forget to go back and check out part 1. In this video, we'll be finishing the long drive to Bacalar and exploring Bacalar Centro and swimming in the lagoon. So stay tuned to follow our adventure. The drive from Cancun to Bacalar takes about 4.5 hours, so that's why we split the drive in half and stayed a night in Tulum. From Tulum, it's about a 2.5 hour drive, and you'll pass through some areas with no signal, so be prepared for that. Bacalar is a small town on Lake Bacalar. In the center of town is the Fort of San Felipe that protected the town from pirates in the 18th century. We wanted to stay on the lake, so we chose a hotel called Casa Aakal Lagoon Front for our first night. They have hotel rooms, but we stayed in one of their cabins just steps away from the water. It was a pretty cool experience, but a little rustic and not as comfy as a regular hotel room, but they had a dock right there overlooking the lagoon. Next, we headed into town to find something to eat. The town of Bacalar is super laid back and peaceful with colorful colonial architecture. It's a beautiful town centered right on stunning Lake Bacalar. You'll see in a future video why they call it the Lagoon of Seven Colors. How do you feel?
Oh dear.
Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can quit our boring jobs and bring you more travel videos. We walked around the fort and found a colorful Bacalar sign. Some of the nearby vendors helped us take some photos, and then we continued on our journey to find food. Then we went to the center of town and ate at a restaurant where I had tacos del pastor and everyone else had burritos. Can't figure out the name of the place, so if you recognize it, leave it in the comments. It's like here in this area-ish. I don't know. We were walking by and it sounded good, and it was. Next, we took a different route back to the hotel. There's lots of dogs roaming the streets. If you follow us, you'll know that we love animals, so it's an added bonus when visiting this magical town. After that, it was finally time to swim in the lagoon for the first time. So we ended up swimming until nightfall and then headed back into town for dessert.
Beach party, baby.
Beach.
Beach party.
Beaches.
What do you think about this place? Nice.
Bacalar? Earlier in the day, we passed by a coffee shop in town called Cafe Tito, and we had to try it. So everyone got coffee, and I had a smoothie. All the drinks were delicious. Right across the street from there there's a little parking lot area that turns into a market at night. And you know, we just had to get marquesitas, and the ones in Bacalar were ginormous, but they were so delicious. We ate them so fast I forgot to record it. But we'll be back here in a few nights, so don't worry, I will show you then. Spoiler alert. The next morning, while everyone was taking forever to get ready, I took an early morning stroll around the property to check out the lagoon. Then I came back and Stephanie told me everyone was waiting for me because they were hungry. The included hotel breakfast was really good here. Eggs, beans, coffee, juice, and fresh fruit and toast. Then we all went out for another swim in the lagoon. There were a bunch of dogs on the neighboring dock, and they wanted to meet us, so we swam over to them and also had a nice conversation with the owners there. Then we checked out of the hotel and headed to the next spot on our itinerary, Ecoparque Bacalar. So one of the reasons we were excited to come to Bacalar was because it was featured in the show Jinny's Kitchen. It was really cool to pass by the place where they had filmed the pop-up restaurant. Damn, we should have taken some photos there. Oh well. Anyway, we made it to the Ecoparque. It was only a 20 peso entry fee, totally worth it. What are you doing?
Parque time.
There's a huge, very well made wooden boardwalk where you walk over the mangroves to the lagoon. Oof, not sure what that sound was. There were a bunch of students who had their backpacks there and were hanging out down below in the water. It was an awesome place to swim and relax. It was crazy hot, but you can get some shade under the boardwalk. So next up, we are heading a little south to where the water for the Bacalar Lagoon starts in a tiny town called Sulha, which will be our home base for the next few days. But of course, our adventures in Bacalar are not over yet, so make sure to subscribe to see the next video. Hit the like button if you liked the video, and even if you hated it, hit the like button please. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully we will see you again next time.